Hello and welcome back to Introduction to Physics. Today we're going to be doing a lab, and this one is lab number 17, Reflection and Refraction. So you're going to want to go to Canvas and then Modules and then Labs, and then it will be under the Unit 3 Labs, which is going to say something about mechanical and electromagnetic waves. Okay, then when you open up that document, then down at the bottom, click on the Lab 17, which says Reflection and Refraction. Okay, first thing that you're going to need to do is read the concept introduction. Got it? Okay. So now let's go on down to the pre-lab questions. And so you can copy and paste the purpose of this lab. If there's any safety instructions, then go ahead and record those there. What is the law of reflection? So that should be in the concept introduction, but if not, then just look it up on Google. Okay, number 4 is how many different kinds of mirrors are. So you got this kind of a mirror, and then you've got this kind of a mirror. So do not say spoon mirror. That's not the correct answer. Alright, now we're going to go down to what is refraction, how many different kinds of lenses are there, and name them. And then what is the focus of either a lens or a mirror? What happens at the focus? So now let's go down to the lab itself. The materials that you're going to need for this particular lab have been changed so that you can do this at home. So you're still going to need to have a flat mirror. You're going to need to have some string. You're going to need a protractor. You're going to need a concave convex mirror, or in other words, a spoon. Okay? So that's your concave convex mirror. You're going to need a bucket or a glass that you can put water into. You'll need a pencil. You're going to need a magnifying glass. Now, if you have a diverging lens, that's great, but I don't expect you to have one, so we can get by just with the magnifying glass. You're going to need a candle, some method of lighting the candle, a piece of cardboard, and a ruler for this particular lab. Okay. So let's get started here. So we're going to go down to the procedure. And the first one is to demonstrate the law of reflection. Now in lab, this is normally at least a 3-person activity, so you need to have like 2 other people helping you in order to do this. Now if you can't absolutely positively cannot get anybody to help you, then there are ways of getting around that. So first you're going to pick some kind of a object. It could be on the wall, it could be on a table, it could be on the ceiling, doesn't really matter. Alright, now somehow you're going to have to attach the end of a string to that object. So be careful that if you're attaching it to a lamp, that you don't accidentally pull the lamp down on top of you. But you're going to attach the end of a string to that object. Okay, you're going to take your flat mirror and you're going to put it on the ground. So put it on the ground like this. Stretch the string from the object to the mirror, and then with a little piece of tape you can hold it down on the mirror. but it needs to be a straight line from the mirror to whatever object that you got with string. And so you can tape the piece of string down to the mirror. Okay, then what I would do is probably kneel next to the mirror, and then with the other piece of string, so you're going to have a piece of string that's going to hit the mirror, it's going to be taped there, and then the string is going to continue over here. You're going to kneel next to it, and you're going to hold that piece of string up to your eye so that as you look into the mirror, you should be able to see that object that you tape the other end of the string to. Okay, now what you have to do is to measure the angles that the light goes into the mirror and then the angle that the light comes out of the mirror. So if you look at that picture there in the lab, it's got that circle thing with the bar through it. So that's called theta, and that means angle. So the angle that goes into the mirror and then the angle that comes out of the mirror. So that's what your protractor is for in order to measure that. Okay? Alright, when I come back in with the next video, we're going to now look at curved mirrors.